It started on a pretty normal Tuesday, the kind of day where you don't expect anything extraordinary to happen. I was at home, just unwinding after work, completely oblivious to the financial earthquake that was about to shake my world. Little did I know, my understanding of wealth and the future was about to be completely transformed. I was scrolling through my phone, mindlessly flipping through social media, catching up on the latest memes and news, the usual digital rabbit hole, when a headline stopped me cold. It wasn't clickbait or some sensational story designed to grab attention. This was different. It felt monumental. A $124 trillion wealth transfer. The sheer size of the number seemed unreal, like something out of a science fiction movie. At first I thought it was a typo, maybe a misplaced decimal point or an extra zero that shouldn't be there. My brain simply couldn't process the magnitude of it. That number is almost impossible to grasp. It's the kind of figure that makes your head spin, a sum so vast it defies comprehension. It's more than the combined value of all S&P 500 companies. Several times over. Think about that for a moment. Every major corporation, all their assets multiplied several times. That's the scale we're talking about. I dug deeper. This wasn't clickbait, it was real. Articles from reputable sources, expert analysis, all pointing to the same staggering conclusion. Over the coming decades, trillions will move from baby boomers to millennials and Gen Z, an unprecedented intergenerational wealth transfer, reshaping the financial landscape as we know it. Suddenly, my worries about saving for a down payment or paying off student loans felt small. They were still important, of course, but they paled in comparison to the bigger picture. This was about a historic shift that could define our generation's financial future. It was a game changer, a turning point that demanded attention and understanding. The article told the story of Maya, a young professional navigating the complexities of modern life, who realized at a family dinner, amidst the laughter and shared stories, that her grandparents' decisions would directly impact her life. It wasn't just about the present, it was about the future they were shaping for her. It wasn't just about inheriting money. It was about legacy, the values and principles passed down through generations. Responsibility, the weight of managing and preserving what had been entrusted to you, and opportunity, the chance to build upon that foundation, to create something even greater for future generations. For so long, wealth felt like something other people had. A distant dream, an exclusive club I wasn't invited to, but this transfer is about the future. It's about a new generation stepping into a position of financial influence. The people who understand and prepare for it, who take the time to educate themselves and plan strategically, will benefit most. They'll be the ones who shape the future, who build lasting wealth and create positive change. It's not about luck, it's about being ready. It's about having the knowledge, the skills, and the mindset to seize the opportunities that come your way. That Tuesday, my perspective shifted from just getting by to planning how to get ahead. It was the day I realized that the future wasn't something that just happened to me, but something I could actively shape. And that realization, that spark of possibility, changed everything. Let's break it down. What exactly is this great wealth transfer that everyone's talking about? It sounds like something out of a movie, doesn't it? But it's very real, and it's happening right now. We're going to unpack what it means, who it affects, and why you should be paying attention. Think of it as a massive reshuffling of the financial deck with trillions of dollars changing hands. Baby boomers have built up massive wealth over decades of hard work, smart investments, and a generally favorable economic climate. They've accumulated significant assets. Homes, often purchased at lower prices and appreciating significantly over time. Real estate has been a cornerstone of their wealth. Investments, carefully cultivated portfolios that have benefited from long-term growth in the stock market and other financial instruments. They've played the long game and it's paid off. Businesses. Many boomers are entrepreneurs who have built successful companies from the ground up, creating jobs and generating substantial wealth. These businesses are often family-owned, representing a significant legacy. As they age, all that wealth is moving through inheritance, gifts, and the natural progression of life. It's a transfer of ownership and control. Gen X, who are now in their prime earning years and are poised to inherit a significant portion of this wealth. They are often juggling their own careers, families, and the responsibility of caring for aging parents. Millennials, who are entering their peak earning potential and are increasingly inheriting wealth as well. They bring a different set of values and priorities to the table. And Gen Z, the digital natives who are just beginning their financial journeys and will eventually inherit a portion of this wealth. They are growing up in a rapidly changing world, and their financial decisions will shape the future. This is the great wealth transfer, a massive intergenerational shift of assets. It's not just about money, it's about power, influence, and the future of our society. The largest in human history, estimated to be over $124 trillion in North America alone. That's a staggering amount of money, enough to reshape entire industries and economies. It's not a sudden windfall like winning the lottery, but a steady flow expected to continue through 2048 and even beyond. This is a long-term trend, not a fleeting moment. This isn't just about the ultra-rich. It's not just about mansions and private jets. It's happening at every level, impacting families from all walks of life. It affects middle-class families, small business owners, and everyone in between. Why does it matter? Why should you care about this great wealth transfer? Because it will reshape, fundamentally alter our economy, influencing investment patterns, consumer spending, and job creation. Our markets, driving new trends and opportunities in the stock market, real estate, and other asset classes. And our lives, impacting everything from retirement planning to career choices to family dynamics. Our generation values, and the generations that follow, have different priorities than previous generations. Sustainability, environmental responsibility, and ethical investing. Tech, innovation, and the use of technology to solve global challenges. And social impact, making a positive difference in the world through our actions and investments. So markets will shift to meet those demands, creating new opportunities for businesses that align with these values. But this isn't a guaranteed payday. It's not free money. It's an opportunity for those who prepare, for those who are financially literate and make smart decisions. Financial literacy is now essential, not optional. It's the key to unlocking the potential of this wealth transfer. Whether you inherit a lot or a little, whether it's a substantial fortune or a modest sum, this shift will impact your financial life. Understanding how to manage this wealth, invest it wisely, and use it to achieve your goals is crucial. The hardest, most important step? Talking about money with your family. Avoiding the conversation is a huge mistake. The great wealth transfer requires planning and communication. If you don't know your family's wishes, confusion and disputes can follow. Start the conversation around planning and responsibility, not just money. The goal isn't to get a list of assets, but to understand the big picture. Wills, trusts, wishes, and responsibilities. The wealth transfer starts with a transfer of information. After the family talk, things can get overwhelming. Inheritances often include complex assets. A financial advisor is your guide through this maze. They help you set goals, manage risk, and build a plan tailored to your values. Advisors keep you from making impulsive decisions and help you invest wisely. Look for a fiduciary, someone legally required to act in your best interest. Interview a few, ask how they're paid, and find someone you trust. During the great wealth transfer, expert advice isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Our generation approaches investing with a fresh perspective. We're not just looking at the bottom line, we're considering the bigger picture. We're digital natives, comfortable navigating the complexities of the modern financial landscape. We seek opportunities that align with our values and offer the potential for long-term growth. Think crypto, the world of digital currencies that has captured the imagination of many young investors. Startups, the innovative companies disrupting traditional industries and creating new opportunities. And digital assets, a broad category that includes everything from NFTs to blockchain-based investments. We're exploring new frontiers in the investment world. We're skeptical of traditional investments alone, recognizing that the old rules may not apply in today's rapidly changing world. We're looking for more than just the standard stocks and bonds, so we look to alternatives like Bitcoin, the pioneering cryptocurrency that has paved the way for a new era of digital finance. We see the potential for decentralized peer-to-peer transactions and a more inclusive financial system. NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, unique digital assets that are revolutionizing the art world and beyond. We're fascinated by the possibilities of digital ownership and the creation of new digital economies. And private equity, investments in companies that are not publicly traded, offering the potential for higher returns but also requiring a longer-term commitment. These come with higher risk and require research, a deep understanding of the underlying assets and the potential downsides. Due diligence is paramount, but offer big potential, the chance to generate significant returns and build wealth over time. The rewards can be substantial for those who are willing to take the risk. ESG investing, environmental, social, and governance. Putting money into companies that are committed to making a positive impact on the world. With strong environmental, social, and governance practices, a commitment to sustainability, ethical behavior, and responsible corporate citizenship is also huge. A growing trend that reflects our desire to align our investments with our values. It's about growing wealth and making a positive impact, creating a better future for ourselves and for generations to come. Studies show ESG companies can outperform over time, demonstrating that responsible investing can also be profitable. Experts suggest keeping high-risk investments like crypto and private equity to a small portion of your portfolio, diversifying your holdings to mitigate risk and ensure long-term stability. The great wealth transfer gives us capital to explore, to experiment with new investment strategies and build a financial future that reflects our values. But balance is key. A diversified portfolio that balances risk and reward, ensuring long-term financial security and the ability to make a positive impact on the world. Don't forget the classics. Stocks, bonds, and real estate are still the foundation of wealth. Stocks, especially through index funds or ETFs, offer long-term growth and diversification. Real estate builds equity and can generate passive income. Our generation looks at real estate with fresh eyes, considering sustainability and climate risks. An inherited property can be a home, rental, or sold to fund other goals. The best strategy? Blend the old with the new. Use traditional investments as your core and add alternatives for growth. Don't abandon the classics. Build on them. The real key to success? Lifelong financial education. You don't need a finance degree, but you do need to keep learning. There's endless free content. YouTube, podcasts, blogs, so make learning a habit. Start managing your own money now. Budget, save, invest, even in small amounts. Mistakes are part of the process. Better to make small ones now than big ones later. Financial knowledge is your most valuable asset. It gives you confidence, wisdom, and discernment. The $124 trillion transfer will reward the prepared, so keep learning. Taxes and legal planning aren't exciting, but they're critical. Inheritances can trigger estate, state, or inheritance taxes. Rules are complex and changing. Planning ahead with wills and trusts can save huge amounts and avoid legal headaches. Trusts can minimize taxes, avoid probate, and control how assets are distributed. Work with an estate attorney and financial advisor to get it right. Yes, it costs money, but it saves much more in the long run. Don't skip the boring stuff. It's the bedrock of a successful wealth transfer. Protect your legacy by staying legal and tax smart. We've covered the scale of the great wealth transfer and the steps to prepare. The key message: act now. This shift is already happening. The choices you make today, conversations, habits, learning, will shape your future. Don't wait for an inheritance to land in your lap. Start building your foundation now. Take small steps, watch a video, start a conversation, save a little more. Every action builds momentum. Our generation can redefine wealth, impact, values, and security. The great wealth transfer is your starting gun, so pick up the phone and start building the life you want.